Today we're going to be working on this new HDPlex 250 watt power supply. As we said in our previous videos, we're going to be fitting this into one of our work computers. So let's have a look at the work computer itself. This is our existing work computer. This one uses a pico style power supply. This small unit in here plugging into the main 24-pin connector. The one disadvantage of this pico power supply, while it works perfectly well within the case, is the large external power brick. And we're going to be eliminating this power brick and the pico style power supply by replacing it with one of these, which is actually slightly smaller than the power brick itself. So our first task is to remove the pico power supply and redesign this frame to accommodate our new PSU. Always tricky leaving these out of the socket. And there we go. There's our pico style power supply disconnected. So now we will remove the power socket. There we go. That's our pico power supply completely disconnected now. So our next task is to work out where we're going to mount the new power supply. Now there might be a possibility. There are two 24-pin cables that come with the pico power supply, a short one and a long one. Certainly more room. Yes, I think the longer cable would be better. We can go for vertical mounting. Right, we'll go with a longer cable then. Now let's see how we can mount this vertically. We need to extend this frame towards the end, and I think we'll have a full length one here as well. So some redesigning of the case. The power supply does come with a backplate to allow you to mount it to the frame easily. Like so. It's important to use the right screws. These are the very small ones. So we'll temporarily fasten this into place. So this should now bolt in here. So we will need additional bolts. Now this is almost in alignment, we got it very close. So we'll just move this down fractionally. Like so. Hand tighten these. And there is a new power supply fully mounted in the case. But that basically is our power supply in place. Right, the next stage is to connect up a mains connector. And this is our mains connector. Now we need to mount this here, connect it up to these cables, which connect to the cable that goes to the main unit. It comes as a pair, although we're not actually going to be using two, we're only going to be connecting one of them. But we'll leave the other ones connected just in case. We can always mount a second one here if we need something more powerful. And this will then be bolted into here, and we can mount that quite happily here. So how can we get this in place? Well, let's look at mounting the socket first. to our socket the mains cable. Now for this one, the top unit is our ground, so we'll get that one in first. This clips into place, and the white is on the side. Just do the same with that one, like so. Get the sleeve on top of it, and the red is on the other side. So there we have all three in place. Now we can match this through here, and we can now bolt this into position. That's the first one, and now the second and last one. And there we have our power unit all coupled up. Now we can connect the main socket to these quite easily. The only other thing we need to do is supply some power to the SSD. We have a SATA to MOLEX converter, and this can go in. Right, that just leaves our power supply, which we'll put in like so, and that should be everything. Now we need to do some cabling, some tidying up of the cabling here. Power supply in place, main socket in place, and all we need to do next is to test the unit. However, I'm going to leave that for our next video. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.